Hello and welcome to another edition of Eat the Week. I'm your host, Hairy Foodie Guy, and today I'm going to be doing something different. Apologies for the lack of food videos. Recently, the reason being that I'm training and eating very boring foods for a film role. So I've been a bit slack, but I have been very good with what I've been eating. So, but I think you guys would get quite bored if you were to watch my diet in the last couple of weeks, which basically consists of waking up and having eggs cooked for you by the glorious Hairy Foodie Girl. So I'm having like 3 eggs every day for breakfast, and then I'm having pita breads with salad and like fish and stuff like that. But it's not really the dirty food that you guys like. So so instead, I'm going to show you something that is also close to my heart. So I've done some bits and pieces. When all the electricity prices went up, I decided that I wasn't having it, and it really irritated me, the fact that, like, you know, our whole country is now forced to pay absolutely extortionate daily rates for our electric, daily rates for just being connected to the grid, whether you're using the electricity or not. So I invested in some solar, did a bit of research. So this is an Allpowers 2400. It's a Monster X generator that I charge in the sun, and literally this thing's a beast, and it charges in a few hours in this weather. I'm a bit concerned about the winter times. You know, I think it will probably take about 3 days to charge one of these in the winter, but you know, it's so I've got a couple of these and we rotate them, and I've been doing everything I can to run stuff from the power of the sun, so we're not paying the government the ridiculous taxes that we're having to pay. And so and also reducing the carbon footprint. So it's been really kind of important to me, and I've obsessed on that to the point where I have 2 Alexas. I had to be quiet because I didn't want her to hear me. That I'm actually running off of battery packs. So you do need to buy a cable. I think the cable's about £7.40, but for me, it's just another up yours to the electric companies, because it's another 1 pence an hour or something that they're not getting out of me. So I've got my smart meter running off of a battery pack, and the the other apps thing running off of the same battery pack, and it lasts for days, and it's all powered by the sun. So I've even got I even invested in some like solar lights and stuff like that. So we've got twinkly lights running up the stairs that are on all the time. They're running off these tiny little battery packs. They last for an entire week, and then I just swap them over. So I've got permanent stair lights, and I bought some of the outdoor solar lights as well for the kitchen, just in case we're wandering around in the night, or you know. So they're quite handy. So I bought a pack of 4. They were really cheap on Amazon, and so I've got them outside my house and inside my house. So one in each window. So and thanks to Robbie for that idea, because he said about that, and I was like, oh yeah, you can get those little solar lights that, you know, they don't hardly cost anything, and they really do work. So with that in mind, we were looking at the most expensive items to run in the house. So, and the most expensive item to run in the house is actually a kettle. So I've got one that will not work on this. So the normal household kettle is this thing, and let me see what wattage it is. So if I can see it, 2,600 to 3,000 watts, right? And apparently So if I plug it into the generator, it just will not work at all. But apparently this kettle, right, is 780 to 900 watts. So in theory, it should work off of the solar generator. So what I'm going to do, this is an unboxing as well. I can't even remember what colour I got. I got this on Amazon. Can't even remember how much money it was. Maybe this is how much money it was. Right, okay, here we go. So I paid £34.95 for this. We like a lot of tea and a lot of coffee in this household. So decaf. And so yeah, I got this one. So 1.2 litres. I'm expecting, even if it does work on this battery, that it's going to boil slower, because, like, you know, but if it's boiling slower for 3, you know, from the power of the sun, I don't care, you know, and I'm expecting it to be a lot smaller. Oh. Right, so this is the unboxing, and it is a lot smaller. So there's that. I'll get the other one as a, there you go. Well, actually, it's not that much smaller. It's about 2/3 of the size of that, I suppose. So, and I think it's rather cute. There you go. That's our little kettle. So here's the box. I mean, I've got an instruction manual, but let's face it, who needs an instruction manual for a kettle? So, right. So I'll leave that there in case anyone else, you know, it's, well, I'll just show you that. So that was the one we got. If you know, if you're off gridding or just camping or whatever, you know, this could be helpful to you. If it's a success. I don't know whether it's going to be a success or not yet. So I'll plug it into one of these. That one over there. Go and fill this little cute thing up. I actually am cooking a pot noodle with some, I'm going to stick some mackerel in it and some seaweed and stuff like that. But nobody really wants to see that, do they? And you can't, when you buy a new kettle, you shouldn't drink from it until after it's been like cleaned and boiled. So this will be the dry run. So I've got just over 1 litre there. I think that's rather cute. So we'll put that down. Turn this one on. Sometimes this can be a bit obstinate. So you can see it's 100% charged from the power of the sun. I love solar. Right, so that's the fan kicking in. Right, so there you go, it's showing 0. So let's see what happens when I turn this kettle on. 833. So I consider that a success already, because when I plug my kettle in, it doesn't do a thing. So it works.
Oh, awesome.
So, but it's like timing it now, isn't it? So it's 1808. Let's see how long it takes, because what I suspect it's going to be a lot slower than our high-powered kettles, but I'm running it off my solar. And when I looked at my smart meter with the other kettle, in fact I can do that now. I can flick the other kettle on. I can show you what that one uses. So look, I'll bring over my smart meter and my Alexa that are all running off the same battery. Oh, sorry, Alexa, no, shut up. Thank you. Right, so if I flick my smart meter onto watts, we've got 497 watts at the moment, and that's mainly because I'm using studio lights. But if I flick the kettle on, you'll see that go up. So say 500 watts. Right, so my kettle's going on. Bang. Right, so kettle's on. Right, so it's going to jump. It jumped to 3,293. That's crazy, and it's gone up to So that's a 95 pence. So let's get rid of that. So that's 2,800 watts for that kettle.
I think it might go up even further when it's actually boiling.
Sorry?
I think it might go up further once it's actually
Even
boiling.
higher? Yeah. That's crazy. This one, oh, I can hear it. So what did I say? So 80. So it's 2 minutes so far and it hasn't boiled. But it's used 2% of the battery. This is crazy, actually.
I suppose it will take as long as it takes to boil and water it.
Yeah, but if it's the way I look at it, if it's a free cup of tea with no electric from the grid, I don't care how long I wait. You know, if it takes 5 minutes to boil, it takes 5 minutes to boil. If you're out camping and you've got like a little stove or whatever, and if you put one of the traditional kettles on a gas stove, it always takes about 4 or 5 minutes to boil anyway, doesn't it? So, and then you think the kettle's cute.
It's very cute.
Yeah, so do you know what? This has been a success already. I don't care how long it takes. I don't mind waiting a little bit for my cup of tea in the morning. That one is going in the bin. Agreed. Right, okay, so it's been a success already. This is going in the bin. I don't want something that's running at 2,800 watts when we're already being completely mugged off for electric. So, I'll tell you what I'll do before I do that. Foodie Girl likes labels and stickers on plugs. You're being outed, so I'll take that off there, look, the one that says kettle, and put it on the new one. Look, there you go. So you are hereby formally named kettle. You should put cute kettle, make another label, because it would fit just above that plug. It's still not boiling. This is hilarious. It's been 4 minutes. But I'm so stubborn.
How full of it?
It's a litre, just over a litre. I'm so stubborn. I'm not having it. So right, this is going in the bin. From now on, we wait. So there you go. If you've got one of these smart meters, they're great, right? Everyone's got these devices, and all you need is one of those. And this will not work, this thing that I daren't speak if its name, unless you've got a bigger battery pack, because it needs needs to be plugged in the 5-volt one, because when I first tried the cable I was disappointed, but I plugged it into a smaller pack, so it didn't work. But now we've got one downstairs, one upstairs, and both running off these big battery packs, which literally they're on a continual loop of charging with the power of the sun. So, right, so it's making a noise now. So that's been 5 minutes. That's the thing. But do you know what? I've reached that point in life where I'm not bothered about rushing around. It's like, yes, it's finally happened. I didn't think it ever would, because I would normally rush around like a headless chicken. I wouldn't have time for any of this. But this is like, you know, this is basically my one-man stand against electric companies. Like, you know, but the thing is, if all of us did it, you know, what would they do? It's like, well, they'd lose a lot of money, and you know, I don't know. I've managed to keep my costs down. So when none of these lights are on or anything like that, I think the only thing that I haven't got running on it is my fridge and freezer, because that's plugged directly into the mains, and we've even got a tabletop cooker which plugs into this, and all of our cooking devices also plug into the generator as well. So so air fryers, slow cookers, like, you know, everything just plugs into that. The tabletop cookers as well, because when we turned on our fan oven, the inbuilt fan oven, we discovered that was huge amounts of electric as well, you know. So yeah, I've got it down to between like 1 and 2 pence an hour I'm pretty happy with that. I can't lower it any more than that without going completely off grid, which in the summer I could. I've even got my Wi-Fi running, the router running off of a pack, but what I tend to do is I have one of these running next to that. So, but I'm experimenting with I think there's a DC power cable I can get for the router, which will enable it to run off these little battery packs, which would be cool. Right, there you go. Kettle's boiled. 7 minutes. So 7 minutes to boil the kettle. Right. And what did we use? We used 7% of the battery power for one kettle, which is pretty mad because we can cook. That just shows how much power it takes to boil a kettle, doesn't it? Because when we cook like a meal, say we're doing like omelette or scrambled eggs or something like that, and we're using the battery for the generator, or we're using the George Foreman as well, we use about 16%. So that's quite a lot, but it's free, so I don't care. Right, so I'm going to empty this out now. This lovely free boiling water. Well, nice bit of steam going on there, and I'll consider that to be cleaned. And then the next one is going to be for my pot noodle. I won't bore you with another 7-minute video, but this proves the point. I did buy a plastic kettle. So, oh yeah, this is a very valid point that Foodie Girl brought up. So you can see it's running at 0 right now. So, and I'll flick it on. And it should go up again to what, 852. So, just one final point. We did buy a plastic camping kettle, and then Foodie Girl pointed out that when you shouldn't buy plastic stuff to boil the water, because then what's happening, you're getting micro particles of plastic in your whatever you're doing, whether you're eating or drinking cups of tea or whatever, and yeah, they get stuck in your body. so I researched that, found that it was true, and it was a bit shocking. I hadn't even thought about it, I hadn't even entered my mind. So we swapped in the plastic kettle, which didn't work actually, because it was meant to be low wattage, but it still ran at over 2000, so it wouldn't work on this generator. So yeah, that's it. So if you've got a plastic kettle, and just have a Google and read up about microplastics from using a plastic kettle, and maybe swap out for a metal one, because our original one was metal. This new cute one is metal as well, and yeah, it's this one definitely works. So there you go. I'm not affiliated with this kettle or anything else. I'm not affiliated with these people, the Allpowers people. I'd like to be, so because that would be fun. But I'll just the YouTube channel's not big enough for me to have affiliations and stuff like that. So, but there you go. I hope I've given you an insight into what you can actually do to reduce your carbon footprint, and more importantly, reduce your bills, because the way electric's going, and it's going up again in 2 months, right? This is going to have paid for itself in a year. So, and I'm only using portable solar panels, so I haven't had professional solar installed on my house. Yes, I have to lug them around the house, and so I've got one upstairs. I also bought a low wattage TV, which I can use for 5-6 days just on one of these batteries, but I've got a 2000 watt battery, and it just runs it perfectly. And I've been gaming on my TV, I bought a USB Xbox pad, and it plugged that into the TV, and I've been just gaming, playing zombie games on a TV, and it's all free as well. So, and it's a big size TV. It was 42 inches, £217 or something on Amazon. Absolutely brilliant. Android smart TV, and you you could, if you wanted to do like techno, like off-gridding or techno camping, where you wanted to take your Xbox and stuff like that, you could just with these generators, or you know, with a standard leisure battery, or whatever floats your boat. So right, okay, I'm gonna end it there. I'm quite happy that this worked, because that kettle's been sat there for a few weeks, and I've just, you know, we've been busy. So I've been busy auditioning and getting on with stuff and dieting, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. It's you know, it's comes with my job. So my other job, not this job, because this isn't a job, it's a hobby. So right, okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope it's been helpful or useful to somebody out there. My kettle's still boiling away. It seems to be boiling quicker this time, so but I didn't look at the time. So but yeah, it's almost boiled. Okay, maybe that was just the first time it took only 7 minutes. Maybe I've been waffling for 7 minutes. Anything's possible. So here we go. Bosh. 2 kettles and I've lost 11% of the power, but I don't care, because it's like, it's still sunny. I can literally take this upstairs and plug it into the solar panels that I've managed to get on my roof, and this will recharge. And it's 6:30. I reckon I'll recharge that 11% just in the time it takes, you know, to get dark from right now. So right, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for watching. If you like this sort of content, and I'd please give it a like, and a subscription is always helpful, and click the little notification bell, and then you get a notification when I upload videos. So I will get back to food, honestly. There's exciting things coming, but at the moment I'll just have to record my cheat days or something like that, so because it's healthy dull. But there you go. All right, if we do something exciting, we'll definitely film it. So all right, catch you on the next one. Bye. My kettle's boiling, I can hear it. Oh look, it's really cute. Never been so excited to watch a kettle boil. This one only boiled in like 4 minutes this time. So there you go. Free hot boiling water going in my soba. Look at that. So thanks Allpowers. I can turn that off now. There you go. That's that done. Unplug. Bosh. Hey! Sorry, a little extra bit there. I was just excited for my pot noodle. Sad, didn't I?